Hello, I'm Hal Rankowic. Some people say I'm weird, but I like to think of myself more as quirky or eccentric. I've been playing music as long as I've been alive, which is a few years anyway. A few years on you, I'm sure. Anyway, welcome to Halloween Haunt at King's Dominion. We have great things planned for all of you. I know you were turning in looking for that Chucky guy, Chucky the Pillow Clown. Yeah, I know you're looking for him. I think, after last year when he didn't post any videos whatsoever, it seems like people got tired of not getting any videos. So here I am, Hal, Weird Hal, doing a little rocking for you, doing a little song. I'll do a little dance. Don't expect much of the dancing, because dancing's not really my thing. I just like to sway to the music, and I don't really want to dance. Dancing is kind of, weird. Some people like that whole dancing thing. I like to do the music that, lets you dance. So I'll try to do, some stuff. Mostly, though, we're here to, leave you petrified. Because, rock. We're going to petrify you. Because Petra means rock. In some, ancient language nobody thinks about anymore. Anyway, I do hope you will be able to return to King's Dominion this year, because we have so many new things for you. 2, I think. 3, maybe, if you count, how we've kind of taken over the whole Cleaver Brothers carnival thing and made it into a rock haven for us, eccentric old rock wannabes. Blood Drums will be here. Blood Drums has decided to move into the carnival because they're kind of a clown act, you know what I'm saying? So we'll have them down in Cleaver Brothers. So if you want to see Blood Drums, you'll have to come visit us down in Cleaver Brothers. So anyway, I was told that we used to have this fearless leader called some name, Overwatch, Over Dark, Over Under something, Underlord. Some guy, I don't really care, because apparently, we're doing away with him. We got a queen now. Who knew we were British? I'm not into the British invasion, but, sometimes queens can be good, and so we got a queen. She has a court. I'm not part of that court, because apparently you have to dance. It's not enough to be a musical genius. You have to, have skills or something. I don't know. So you might meet the queen if you get here. You come here, you can see the queen. There's a whole show with the queen. They do fun things with heads. And by fun things, I mean things that you don't want anybody to do to your head, but it might be nice watching it with somebody else. I don't know. It's not my thing. I'm not one of those rockers who likes to bite heads off of bats, for example. Like that guy Ozzy Osbourne, who is now doing charity work, apparently, trying to help out the sagging career of some has-been rocker, Post Hole Malone or something. I don't know. I never heard of him before. I haven't really heard of him now, but, Ozzy thinks he's good enough that Ozzy, hung out with him for a little bit. So now it's great, I guess, if you're, dead as a post, if you're stupid as a post, I don't know. You could be, Post Malone. Hey, whatever happened to Pre-Malone? That's when Ozzy was famous. He was famous before, like in the pre-Malone, and he's famous post-Malone. And he was famous during Malone. I don't know what Malone did, but I'm sure if you had a choice between a Malone concert or an Ozzy concert, you would always go to the Ozzy concert, and then Malone would be alone. So he'd be Malone, you know. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, about biting the heads off of things. Yeah, we do something like that, although we probably don't like use teeth. Anyway, we tried to get rid of the vampires, so we cleaned out the lair. This is what I've been told anyway. Chucky was trying to explain stuff to me. He said there was a place where all these like vampires were. Anyway, we cleared them out, but apparently you get rid of one nest and another nest pops up. So apparently a bunch of like vampires have taken over the dead people's area. Nakedopolis? No, that can't be right. This is a PG-13 area, so it's probably something. I'll learn all these things as I go. I'm not one to study the literature, so to speak. I mean, I'm sure they gave me a handbook or something. But, I handed that book to somebody else. Anyway, so there's vampires, pumpkins. There's a bunch of pumpkins now, and they've taken over the place where the lair used to be. So if you know where that is, in the Grove Lake, it's kind of like a walk-through area, apparently, where the trees have overgrown the whole thing, and it's all smoky, and you can't see anything. Apparently, there'll be pumpkins in there. Some story about Peter, Paul, and Pumpkin, or something. I don't know. I don't think they sing. But anyway, so that's something that's a little different. And there's a masquerade ball, which I was not invited to. So I'm not going to talk anymore about that because, I feel like I'm a party guy, and like if they're not going to let me party, I don't really care. I don't care for them anymore. They're dead to me. They might literally be dead. I don't know. We are like, kind of creepy, spooky, whatever. So for all I know, the masquerade people are actually masquerading the fact that they are not living tissue. So there's that. So there's like those shows, blood drums. That's about it. We got rid of the zombies. Apparently they all graduated. So if you're coming back to Zombie High, I think it's been rezoned for residential use. But the zombies aren't living there because apparently they had really bad credit ratings. I'm not sure how you'd get a good credit rating as a zombie, but apparently even for zombies, their credit ratings were not up to par. So whatever's going on down there at the old high school, I'm pretty sure there's no zombies. This would have been a fun place if there were no zombies and no vampires. Actually, vampires probably would be really cool in a rock band. Maybe I'll get together with some of the vampires and we'll see if we can put something together for you. Because I like music. I like to sing. 27 years of vaping have kind of made it hard. My voice isn't quite what it used to be. Anyway. Now I'm kind of regretting not reading the paperwork because I realize if I'm going to tell you what's here, it would be nice if I knew the names. There's this thing behind me. I'll show you. Hold on a sec. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. This thing behind me. It's like if you were planting stuff out in fields. What is that stuff you plant out in fields? Okay, that was with no help whatsoever. I thought he was a worker here that knew stuff. I gotta ask these people over here. Let me bother you for a bit. I'm trying to figure out what's the stuff that you plant out in fields that they made this thing out of. What is that called? Trees. Corn. That's it. This is corn. There's stalks of corn, so it's called corn stalks. I think. Corn stalks. Corn stalks. Okay, corn stalks or something. Anyway, this has been around forever, and it's here again this year. So you'll enjoy this. Maybe I'll take a day off and I'll go see what it's all about. I'm guessing there's corn in there because it's called corn stalks. Oh, corn stalkers. Okay, that makes slightly more sense. But now I think that corn's going to be stalking you, and I don't understand that. Anyway, so we have that. There's some hotel I couldn't get reservations in. But apparently that was good because they condemned it. And apparently the power's out. So hopefully you'll like that. That's here again. There's a tollway, a terrible tollway of some sort. It's not I-95. God, how do you guys live in an area with traffic like that? Now, I come from a place where we don't like drive much, but I can tell you, like, I don't know how you guys do it. But anyway, this is not that I-95. This is like another terrible tollway. And apparently there's hillbillies. I don't know if I'm allowed to say hillbillies. I missed the HR training on acceptable language. But hopefully I can say hillbillies. What else is there? There's a prison. I'm going to try to stay away from there. I've had enough of prison. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not telling you my backstory, but I don't think I want to hang around any more prisons. And apparently the prison has a yard. So they call it the yard. I don't think that day the people doing the naming had like their thinking caps on. But anyway, so there's a prison and a yard. There's apparently a maze where they didn't put anything in it, and you walk through and it's dark. So that'll be fun. We have a lot of rides. Not a rock and roll coaster. You know, there is a park that has that, and I think that would be fun, but we don't have one of those. We used to have a coaster that went through the rocks and shot out like a volcano, but apparently that became too troublesome, so we don't have that. But anyway, so rides, shows, mazes. I hear you could go to New Orleans while you're here, so you should do that. I love the New Orleans culture. So much good music down there. So many good people. But anyway, I'm guessing that would be fun. So you should do that. Not sure what else. There's probably something else I'm not thinking about. But so that's what we've got here apparently at the King's Dominion Halloween Haunt. I'm looking forward to seeing you and making your acquaintances. And I hope that you will all enjoy coming and seeing us.
Trick or treat!
I asked for an axe because, you know, I'm a musician. They gave me this thing. I don't know what it's called, but somebody said it was appropriate for the area I'm now living in. So I'm looking forward to trying to make music with this. Mostly screaming, because I'm kind of that kind of musician, kind of like, you know, not so much musical notes, more like screaming and howling. And I like audience participation, so I'm hoping I can get you all to do some of the screaming for me. And maybe my axe will help. I'm just gonna call it an axe because, you know, I really wanted like a 5-string guitar, but this is what I got. Beggars can't be choosers, and scares can't like take whatever they want from the collection. So anyway, so I just wanted to introduce myself. Like I said, I'm Hal. And I hope you'll rock on in Cleaver Brothers with us this year.